Hello everybody and welcome back to the next episode of Ask Evan, the only Ask series on YouTube where you ask legitimate questions and I answer with illegitimate puns, sometimes too quickly. Let's get started. Can you make a pun out of this? I cannot believe that you are culturally appropriating that lizard. I want you to stop right now. Have you ever had an awkward fan experience? I actually have had quite an awkward fan experience, but I haven't yet shared it on my YouTube channel. I'm thinking about making a separate video about it. What do you guys think? What states in Australia are you coming to? I'm coming to Queensland and down under to New South Wales, whose acronym or initialism looks like not safe for work. It's NSW. So like, I don't know, every time I see it, I always see NSFW. I'm like, oh, I need not open that at work. Seriously speaking, how much do you spend going to places like Berlin and getting a hostel for a few nights? Honestly, the hostels aren't that expensive. I think I paid £12 a night for the one in Berlin. That ain't bad. The only thing I really spent money on was the flight, and that's because I booked it impromptu, like the week before. But if I'd booked it in a month in advance, I think it would have been about £40. So definitely, if you want to travel more, just go in advance. Why do you pronounce Doge? You thought I could dodge this question? No. Okay, it's not. I don't understand why anyone would say Doge. Why would you do that? Do you say Nicolas Cage? No, you say Nicolas Cage. It's the same thing. It's just English phonetics. It dictates it would be Doge. Also, the first instance of Doge being on the internet was actually Homestar Runner in a little puppet thing, and he specifically said Doge. So, I mean, I'm gonna just say that's the answer. So, if you say Doge, you can. I think you can say whatever you want. You can say GIF if you want to be wrong. You can say Doge if you want to be wrong. It's all fine. Would you ever paint your nails? I mean, I used to paint my nails with a pencil in school. I don't know if anybody else did that, but when I was bored, I would just use a pencil and then make myself look semi-gothic. Not that it was just my fingernails. Like I was wearing a happy-go-lucky rainbow shirt and just had pencil nails that you could just wipe off with saliva. It's gross, I guess, now that you think about it, but I don't know, it was fun. I know you're really into nerd stuff. Have you ever cosplayed? Would you ever want to? Dream cosplays? I cosplayed every day of my life as a teenager as Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. There's no denying that, okay? Zoinks! That was me. So I think I'm done with cosplaying forever. Except maybe a tall Tyler Oakley. What was that? That was Tyler's face. Are there Shamrock Shakes in London? And assuming they're not, do you miss them? If you don't know this, McDonald's has this thing for some reason before St. Patrick's Day in March where they turn their vanilla milkshakes green and also have like a mint flavor, and you can only get them for that small amount of time, and everyone goes crazy over these green milkshakes. And to be honest, you really have to find a good store that does them well, but they are good. I haven't had them since I left. They don't have them in England, and it's probably offensive to the Irish people. They'll be like, what is this? What a sham. Rock. No, that wasn't even Irish. What? Hazel would be very angry at me. How do you make time to travel? I use a TARDIS. Can you make a pun song about teen under 5 minutes? Okay. I like my tea hot, Dodie likes hers cold. Maybe it's just because I'm a little old, but Dodie doesn't really want to wait while I like my tea Earl Grey. That wasn't that bad. Search Yankee Candles and make a pun out of the first cent that comes up. I mean, I just know that one over there, I can make a pun out of that, I guess. So what do you say if your child, whose name happens to be Lake, needs to do their chores? You say, Lake, son, set the table. Lake, sunset. What made you start making videos on YouTube? Long story short, I had just gone through a breakup. I was going through a lot in my mind. I didn't want to think about them anymore, so I picked up a lot of hobbies, guitar, piano. I started watching a lot of YouTubers as well, and I was like, I can do this. And so I started making videos. Now, of course, they were bad at first, and they just used my webcam, but I got better and better, and I practiced, and eventually I needed to know how I could edit better. And this is where the spawn comes in, because I actually used a website, which you can now go to, called lynda.com/Evan. On this website, I was able to teach myself from start to finish using really in-detail tutorials Final Cut Pro X. That's how I became the YouTube editor I am right now. That's like the most honest spawn plug I can ever do. I'm really thankful they reached out to me because right now, if you go to the link, lynda.com/Evan, you can get a 10-day free trial, pay nothing, to learn a new skill. I taught myself Photoshop using this website. I taught myself Final Cut Pro X. I taught myself Logic Studio to edit music. That's how I've produced my music in the past. And I even taught myself coding using C++ when I had to like try and get some stuff for school. So I highly recommend, if you want to learn a new skill, if you want to learn how to make videos better, to just use this link. You have 10 days free. You really have nothing you could lose here. Just go for it. Thanks. Real talk though, I'm very happy to be working with this company because like I said, I've used them a lot in the past. So when they came to me and said, how'd you like to work together? I was like, Yes, that is the ideal collab of a brand deal for me. Any collabs planned? I've got a friend coming over in under an hour to film a collab. I filmed a special collab with a special someone yesterday, and tomorrow I have another friend coming over to film a collab. You could say I've definitely left you in some good hands for while I'm in Australia. Lots of hands. I hope you're into hands, because that's handy. Gotta hand it to you. No, stop. Are you thinking of getting a pet anytime soon? I'm not really allowed to have a pet. I don't know if any of you are familiar with living in London, but it's very difficult to find a place that you can have a pet. And also, it's a lot of responsibility. My pet is right over there, okay? It's my peace lily. I keep that thing alive. It's very easy. Water it once a week or so. Whenever it starts to wilt, it's like, you're like, oh, here you go. Oh, come back. So that's my pet. I do miss having a cat in RuneScape, though. I don't know if anyone ever had that. Like, just follows you around, little Hellcat. It's cute. You get a little grow up from a kitten, feed a little fish. For real though, scone or scone? I mean, I think I just answered the question right there. If you didn't know this, by the way, scones in America are triangular shaped and taste like very sweet, delicious, sugary muffins. Not like scones here. What's your favorite board game? I haven't played it in a very long time, but I really love Stratego. It's also called spy chess sometimes. It's really cool. You can't see what the other person's pieces are, but you have to like use your memory and try and like capture the flag, but there's bombs and there's lots of numbers. It's fun. You should look it up. Can you try and sell a potato seductively to the camera? Oh, hey, what's wrong with you? Oh, you look like you got a chip on your shoulder. I can help that out with this. That's right. This potato just for you. Just take a nice big bite or rub it on your face or put it in your nethers. That's right. It makes you feel spud-tacular. That was not. In your nethers? I'm sorry, Dutch people. Your lands will be uninfiltrated by my potatoes. I'm hopefully coming to your Sydney meetup, but I've never been to one before. What exactly happens? Well, every meetup that I do is roughly similar, but also roughly different. In DC, after meeting around the Washington Monument, we ended up going on a field trip to the Smithsonian Institute. In Berlin, we ended up walking around a lot. We got food together afterwards and just kind of chilled out in the park. However, Sydney has a lot of people going to it already, and it's still like 2 weeks away, so I don't know what we're gonna have time to do there because my time is very limited, but I'm definitely gonna meet everyone. We're gonna chill, sit down, maybe make music, and just hang out for a bit and chat, because that's my favorite thing about meetups is just meeting people IRL, and hopefully if there's time, we can do something cool. My sister doesn't find puns funny. What can I do? You make more puns. That's the best type of person. I mean, people that like puns are nice every once in a while, but laugh at my puns. But it's even better to have those people that just groan, that hate them. Like a good Bri behind you when you're just trying to make a pun and you hear, ugh. I'm like, yes. Thanks, Bri. How did you stay sane during your masters? I feel like mine is cleverly plotting my demise. Honestly, I didn't stay sane. Did you ever watch my videos back when I was taking my masters? I went psycho. Did you see that guy? Look at his hair. He went crazy. I told some crazy, stressful stories as well. If you've ever watched those videos, that's a trip. Who's your favorite Disney character? Not princess, character. Okay, weird specification there, but my favorite Disney character is definitely, Lightning McQueen, because he's my favorite car actor. Make a pun in Spanish. What do you call your father if he's the man that invented those Beats headphones? Padre. I need to stop laughing so much. It's just... Why do cows have hooves and not feet? Well, that is an utterly stupid question, and it does not behoove me to answer. Snog, marry, avoid. Pete Wentz, Brendan Urie, Josh Dunn. I feel like I'd really want to be a notch in Pete Wentz's bedpost, so I'm just going to snog him. Just going to get that over with. I feel like he's good at that. I'm going to marry Josh Dunn because he's just... I don't know. I feel like he'd definitely be marriage material. And Brendan, no offense, I'm going to have to avoid him. I hope he doesn't panic. It'll be fine. I'm sorry, Brendan. It's not you. It's you. Any tips or comforting words for a small queer girl with homophobic parents? You are not your parents, and you're not who your parents want you to be. You are you, and you will not always be under the dominion. One day, you will be able to fully be yourself if they don't want to accept you, because they don't have to accept you. You don't need them. Once you leave and become your own person, what they think of you really does not matter in the end of the day, because if you're happy with who you are, that's it, man. You go move somewhere, you live by yourself, you live with other friends that accept you, and you can be happy. It's just that while you're living there right now, it may be hard to think of that, but just know that in the end, you will finally be yourself and be happy with who you are without them. Or maybe they'll come around. Who knows? For VidCon, are you gonna have a meetup with the lottery? I signed up to, so I hope I get a chance to. It's really first come, first serve, and I don't know how, soon I signed up, so we'll see. What's your motivation for learning German? Ich liebe Deutsch. Last movie you saw? I just watched Jerry Seinfeld's Bee Movie because some of you in the comment section told me I sound like the bee. I don't sound like the bee! The B is Jerry Seinfeld. A is not me, okay? I can't be the B. Anyway, the movie was good in a what the heck is going on type of way. I liked it, okay? I thought it was an A movie, okay? Do you know how to use that drone you just ordered? Not quite yet, but I'm gonna be practicing it out in the park today. I set the controls to be like Halo controls. So like you go forward and you strafe with the left, and with the right, you go up and then you turn your head. So hopefully after some practice, I'll be able to use it in New Zealand and the shots will be amazing. How muscular are your calves? Oh, they're really strong. What's the weirdest text you've ever sent to the wrong person? Okay, this is really weird and requires some setup, but there's this Blink-182 song that someone once made into like a Naruto AMV type thing where they animated characters from Naruto's mouths to do it. And it's where one of the members of Blink-182 was like, put those 13-year-old boobs away. If I wanted to see 13-year-old boobs, I'd hang out by the middle school like my dad does. Or something like that. And when I was like young, I thought that was hilarious. And I was like, haha, jokes. And then I accidentally texted, you put those 13-year-old boobs away to a girl that I was chatting with instead of my brother because they have similar names. And it was... I'm now getting hot thinking about it. It was so uncomfortable. I went, it's from a video. You really can't. That doesn't help. That doesn't help. The worst. The worst. Oh, I'm so uncomfortable. What is it like for you to have people from all around the globe watching your videos? I'm from Brazil. Say hi to us. Hi, Brazil. How's it going? It is kind of really weird thinking that a country I've never visited, and as a kid never even thought I'd get a chance to visit, that there are people there that know who I am and watch my videos. And that's so weird and cool and weird and cool and thanks. Hola. Lusitania. I don't really know much Portuguese. Oh, foda-se. There you go. Do you script your puns beforehand or you come up with them on the spot? When I read a tweet, I immediately come up with a pun for it, and then I throw it in the screenshot folder. And then when I end up making a video, sometimes different puns come out instead. It all depends on what's going through my mind and what puns I can come up with. Would you ever consider daily vlogging on your travel channel? Yes, I'm going to be daily vlogging on my travel channel, youtube.com/Evan, every single day this month. I'm doing Vita, I'm going to Australia, New Zealand, Tunisia at one point, and Orlando for playlist, and I'm going to attempt to do a video every single day on that channel. So if you haven't yet subscribed to that, come on, what are you doing? This is a big spawn right here. Subscribe to my channel. Come on, subscribe to my channel. Thank you, thank you. This is by far the best question I've ever received for Ask Evan. In all the months that I've been doing this, it seems that Rita Butterfield has accidentally commented on my Facebook status asking for questions with, yes, Gerald did came downstairs, owned the garage door, meant opened WD, took him back to bed, and he did, and K now. That was when we lived in Settle. What? What? Thanks, Rita. Well, that about does it for this episode of Ask Evan. I really hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a like below, and also subscribe to my channel because I make new videos every Sunday. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next week. Goodbye. I will never have better lighting, ever. This is the best lighting I will ever get because the sun is shining in London, I'm filming in the day, and I've got lights, and everything is just great. Just really brightens up my mood. ISO, see what you did there. See? Are you shuttering at these camera puns? No? That's okay. You've had too much exposure to them. It's fine. Don't worry. I threw a potato! However, that didn't work.